This is gonna be really hard to hear, and you're not gonna wanna hear it. I wish someone had told me this when I was first starting out my content. For the longest time, I kept showing up, putting in the work, putting in the effort, and getting the same shitty results. It was design school when it really hit me. There's this class in first year. Every week I'd show up with refinements of my work. Every single time after an all-nighter, I would naively think, I got it. This time it's different. This time the prof is gonna love it. I'd wrap up the presentation and get the same disappointment from the professor. It's not working, you've made the same mistake, you need to rethink your approach. And every single time I would leave class frustrated, pissed off. I was stuck in this loop of grinding but not growing. Until one day that professor pulled me aside. And instead of just simply giving me a critique, he told me to open up my sketchbook. We weren't just looking at my final output. We were looking at my process. That's when it all changed. It's the same reason you're stuck in content creation. See, the reason my work was shit wasn't because I wasn't putting enough effort in. It's because I kept using the same flawed process and expecting a different result every single time. And it's the exact same thing that happens to creators today. You're posting content, but the strategy never changes. You're creating, but you're not refining your approach. You're stuck in this loop and you don't even realize it. And if someone just had sat me down earlier and straight up told me, you're not the problem, the process you're using is, I would have improved so much faster in everything. See, once I completely stopped focusing on the output and started little by little improving my process, everything started to click. I stopped treating content like a guessing game and started to treat it like a skill. I analyzed what worked instead of creating more. Instead of relying on effort, I built a system that I could repeat over and over and over again. I learned to be intentional instead of just consistent. That was the difference. That's what allowed me to grow. So if you're creating content and you're stuck, ask yourself this: am I improving or am I repeating? Hope this helps.